Hi, I'd like to be an actor. Okay, you're gonna need a Stanislavski. A what? You're gonna need a method. What's that? You're gonna need a Uta Hagen. That's not a real thing. You're gonna need a Leo Stravinsky. You'll definitely need some Chekhov. Maybe Chekhov's gun, too. You're gonna need the Beagleborp method and the flim flam technique. Oh, come on, now you're just making things up. Look, these are the things that people say you need. You know what? Never mind, I don't want to be an actor. Thanks. When you're talking about acting, it can get really confusing really fast. I don't think there's any other discipline on the planet with so many different opinions on how to do it well. And if you know me or my career at all, you'll know that I've done just about 8,000 voice acting jobs at this point without being formally trained as an actor. So let's talk about the one tip I do believe in, and it's one that I go back to again and again, no matter the genre, no matter the script. Hey guys, I'm Joe Zieja, the founder of LearnVoiceActing.com, where I make it my personal mission to simplify the voice acting industry and empower the next generation of voice actors. I've been a full-time voice actor for over a decade now, and if there's some kind of work in this industry, I've probably done it. But how exactly do I do it? How do you go from knowing nothing about acting to booking 8,000 jobs for every company under the sun? In order to examine the technique behind acting, and this is gonna sound really basic, it's important to examine what acting actually is. Just like in any other discipline, if you're not really sure what the point of what you're doing is, you're gonna have a hard time figuring out how to do it. For computer coding, it's making a program that does something specific. For painting, it might be transmitting a particular emotion or capturing something in its realism. But at its core, acting really only has one purpose, one end goal, and that is to replicate life. Now, you might say immediately, hey Joe, there really aren't that many like superheroes or orcs and goblins in real life, and I get what you're saying. But if you focus on the specifics like that, you'll blow past what acting is pretty quickly. Even in situations where we have supernormal situations like high fantasy, science fiction, intense drama, we still need to be able to relate to them. If your acting doesn't reflect life, there's nothing to relate to, since life is, obviously, our only experience. We can't experience anything outside of life. We can do that in metaphor, okay, with orcs representing a dark part of ourselves or our lives. Or we can do it with simile, when we say that a character is like us. But without some reflection of life, acting, by definition, can have no meaning to anyone whose only experience is life. I know that sounds basic, but it's important to understand that as we go forward. Now that we understand the fundamental purpose of acting, again, replicating life, we have to understand how life works. Nope, I'm not going to sit here and give you a therapy session on the purpose of life or any deep philosophical stuff, but I am going to explain one thing that is absolutely consistent with every person in every situation, and that is this: nobody does anything for no reason. There must be a reason behind your actions, your words, all of it. I call this force, and I'm not alone in this, impulse. There is no action without impulse. Therefore, if you do not understand why you're doing what you're doing, or why you're saying what you're saying, you're violating the fundamental purpose of acting, which is to replicate life, in which we do nothing without an impulse. This applies to all genres of acting and voice acting. In commercials, you're not just some dude reading a script, okay? I need to read the script cannot be the impulse. Who are you? Who are you talking to, and why? If you don't know the answers to those questions, you're not acting, you're reading, and reading doesn't get you booked. When you approach a script, especially if you're doing it cold and haven't had time to think about it ahead of time, your job is to find that impulse as fast as possible. What is the driving force behind your character's actions and words? This applies whether you're doing something as high as Shakespeare or something as low as a radio jingle for fast food, okay? Acting is acting, no matter the medium or the content. Now, you might be thinking, Joe, this sounds really simple. Why do I need a whole video on this? And to that I say, you would be so surprised how many people overlook this basic concept, especially in voice acting when the script is right there in front of you. I can't tell you how many auditions I've listened to where it's clear the actor didn't take a second to think about the impulse. They just read the lines as if that was enough, right? But it's not enough. You need to bring those words to life, and you can't do that without understanding what's driving them. Let's say you're auditioning for a video game, okay? The line is something dramatic, like, we have to get out of here now. Again, it's easy to just yell the line with some urgency, but why? Why does that character want to get out? Is it because they're scared for their life? Are they worried about someone else in the group? Is there some personal connection driving that fear or urgency? This is sometimes conflated with the idea of context, okay, which is fine. Context is the situation from which that impulse arises. But we're seeking the why here, and not just the generic why your character would specifically do or say that specific thing. Living in the moment is the essence of acting. It's what separates a good performance from a great one. It's what makes people believe you, what makes people connect with you. They may not know it consciously, but audiences can always tell when a performance is authentic and when it's just a recitation. So how do you practice this? You know I'm all about practicality, so here are some ideas for when you're approaching any script. And again, I want to emphasize, literally any script. Ask some key questions. Who am I in this situation? Are you a character with a specific background and personality? Are you an omniscient being, like a narrator? Although I hate labeling a character as a narrator because to me that screams someone who is reading something for the benefit of others, and that's almost never a viable character. Who am I talking to? Is there someone else in the scene? Or are you addressing the audience directly? If so, who is the audience? Understanding your relationship to your scene partner, whether they're real or imagined, is key to finding that impulse. Why am I saying this? We just talked about this. That's impulse. We do nothing in life without it, so nothing in your acting should be without it either. At first, this might take you a while, but if you have experienced any part of my voice acting academy or any other of the courses I teach, I constantly say that slow is smooth is fast. Take your time with this at first, and then it'll start to get smooth, and then you'll be able to do it instantaneously. Specific, strong choices are your goal here. To sum it all up, the key to great acting, whether it's on stage, on screen, or in the booth, is finding the impulse behind your actions and words. Without that, you're just reciting lines. With it, you're bringing characters to life, creating moments that feel real and connected, and that's what acting is all about, replicating life. Even when that life happens to be a wizard battling a dragon or a teenager navigating high school drama. The impulse is always there. It's your job as an actor to find it and bring it out in every performance. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I hope you found this helpful. I'd love a like and a subscribe on the channel so I can continue to provide educational resources to the next generation of voice actors. And if you're interested in starting your journey, I've got a ton of free resources for you in the link below. I'll see you guys later. Go get behind the mic.